Hey, what's going on, tribe? It's Red again, just hitting you guys up with another video. If you're new to my channel, welcome. So guys, I'm just going to hit you guys up with a reading of things that you need to let go of. So it's things that you need to surrender and things you need to let go of to progress in your ascension or your spiritual journey, should we say. 1 second, sorry, bear with me guys. Got to set the mood. Peace, love, light, oneness, unity, abundance, health, forgiveness, and acceptance. Well, I thought I've got to be of service because I've been up since bloody 5 o'clock in the morning today. Don't know why. Body was just like, yep, 5 o'clock, yes, up time, mate. I'm like, yeah, that kind of sucks on a Friday. So, yeah, it's how we're going. So to start the day off, I'm going to give you guys a reading. It's going to be a general reading for all the star signs from Aries all the way to Pisces, and it's going to be a timeless reading, so when you come across this reading, it's for you. And if any of you are interested in a personal reading, you can send me an email or you can send me a DM on Instagram. I'm pretty active on Instagram, so if you want a fast reply, just hit me up on there. And also, if any of you are interested in any healing sessions, I offer distance Reiki healing as one of my services. I also make customized crystal necklaces to help rebalance your chakras, and I also make colloidal silver, antiviral, antibacterial liquid. And so if you guys are interested, my information is going to be in the drop down menu, and I'm going to put it at the end of every video as well. So let's see what's popping in the part of the collective that I'm picking up. What needs to be surrendered and let go of to progress forward in your journey. The first card is surrender to the magic of who you are. So yeah, you're being called to stand in your power and surrender ego, should I say. So your ego is basically stopping you from becoming who you really are. So say for instance, you're really into your spiritual stuff, like weird, nerdy, geeky shit. But when you're around your friends, you gotta feel like you've gotta act in a certain way, like you gotta hide who you are. You're being called to kind of step out of that and step into your magic and who you really are. So don't dampen down your light for other people just to fit in. Like, don't fit in, stand out. That's my like, I was born to stand out, not to fit in. Like, that's my thing. I'm a black sheep and I own being a black sheep. So you're basically being called to own who you are. Be that black sheep, stand out and be genuine and authentic and unique, man. You're unique. You was born to stand out, not fit in. Don't try to compare yourself to other people because your journey is unique to you. And also, don't try to copy what everyone else is doing, because not everyone else is going to where you're going and you're not going to where everyone else is going. Everyone's journey is unique to them. So yeah, you're being called to surrender the magic of who you are. Let your magic shine. You know, some people ain't gonna like to see you shine, but you gotta still shine anyway, you know, because the light, and recently as well, the light has been attracting so many moths, and people's true colors are going to start to show more and more due to the split of the dimensions happening as well, just to let you guys know. So you're being called to surrender to the magic of who you are. Be your authentic self. Don't just be your authentic self. That's all I'm saying. Be genuine. If you can't be genuine with other people, make sure you're genuine with yourself. That's all that matters. And then the next card is surrender worry. So you've been called to let go of worry and try to, I know it sounds like it's hard to not worry, but worrying isn't going to change the outcome of certain situations. And worrying, we just end up stressing ourselves out. And most of the time, worrying is just in our head, you know, like getting anxious, stressed, depressed, and just causing up a whole big scenario, and it's mainly in your head. So you've been called to let go of worry And if you are worrying, that's to do with the root chakra. So you may have an imbalance in your root chakra. So go outside and get grounded, or work with black crystals to ground in your energy. Um, and if you're also worrying, try to distract yourself from the worry. So go out and keep your mind occupied. If you're what I've realized, if I'm all up in my head a lot, I need to get more into my body. So if I'm all in my head, either I get out into nature, or I try to go to the gym and have a workout in the gym, or go jogging. Jogging is a good way to feel like you're progressing forward, that I realized, because I never used to jog. I was more into strength training, but I just randomly got into jogging, and jogging is so good for the mind. Like, it keeps the mind ticking over, and you feel like you're progressing, and it helps you actually progress forward in your life. It's so weird. But yeah, you're being called to surrender to worry and let go of just surrender to worry, guys. And then the next card is surrender your fear of change. So change is very scary. Don't get me wrong. I'm a Capricorn. I hate change, but I have to push myself to change, because staying in your comfort zone, nothing grows from your comfort zone. And where the energy is going, just energy just changes in general. So if you want to be let the energy stagnate, basically, if the energy starts to stagnate, basically you're deteriorating very slowly, should I say. So you're being called to kind of step out your comfort zone. You've got to face your fears, and most of the time the fear is in your head as well. Also, I would recommend getting a book by, I swear it's Louise Hay. I need to check this out. It's called Fear the Fear and Do It Anyway. It's a great book. It's helped me on my journey, self-help book, to fear the fear and do it anyway. Like, oh yeah, I'm scared to do this, but I'm still going to do it, if that makes sense. It's amazing. It's helped me so much on my journey. So yeah, you're being called to face your fear, and ask yourself, what do you truly fear? Do you fear being vulnerable? Do you fear being hurt? Do you fear being able to speak out? Do you fear being confident? Do you fear being seen, even? Because some people like come across confident, but really deep down inside they've got low self-esteem or something. So yeah, you're being called to face your fear. Step outside your comfort zone, man. Yeah, step outside your comfort zone, because nothing grows from your comfort zone. And where we're going energy wise, if you don't want to change, if you're not willing to change, you're going to find it very difficult, and things are going to start getting more and more harder, because things are changing, and what you resist persists. So if you're not willing to do the inner work and not willing to change, you're just going to start getting very uncomfortable for you energy wise, because energy is rising, and if you're not looking to change and let go of dense heavy energy, you're going to start feeling that, because you're going to start feeling the pressure on top of you. And what is happening is, because the energy is getting so lighter, the dense energy is getting more crammed into a bottleneck to be healed. So you're going to be feeling a lot of that pressure, stuff coming up to the surface, mental, physical, emotional pain, to be healed and released. You can resist if you want to resist, but it's going to be very unpleasant, just to let you guys know. And then the next card is surrender frustration. So yeah, sometimes in general we just get frustrated on the journey, and when we start getting frustrated, it's just best to take a step back and just recenter. So if you're getting frustrated at trying to finish your project or study or whatever, just take a break, go for a little walk, step back. Sometimes situations can be frustrating if you trying to make a person understand a certain situation. If that happens, just take a step back. Just take a step back and try not to get too attached. Take a breather, man. Because being frustrated, you can end up working yourself more, getting yourself more stressed out, and that's what you don't want. So just, if you're feeling frustrated by a certain situation, just take a step back and take a breather and have a break, and then get back to it at another time, man. Doesn't have to be now. And the next card is surrender to silence. So you're being called to silence your mind. If you feel like you've got a lot of chatter going on, you've been called to quiet your mind, listen to a meditation music, try some breath work, do whatever you want, do whatever you can to still the mind, because once you still the mind and the silence, answers come. So and some of you may just need to be quiet in general. Some of you may talk a lot and not do a lot of listening, because if you're talking a lot, you're not actually learning anything, if that makes sense. Some of you may have an overactive throat chakra as well. But yeah, the more you listen, the more you learn. And yeah, surrender to the silence, because all the answers come from the silence. Some of you may need to learn to sit with yourselves and learn to be silent and be able to stay with yourself and be present with yourself and feel what you're feeling, because a lot of people tend to run around gallivanting and distract themselves from sitting with themselves, being at peace with themselves, sitting with themselves in silence, and not being able to and always having to distract themselves, instead of what they need to do is sit with yourselves and feel how you're feeling, connect with yourself. That's the whole thing about the journey, not disconnecting from yourself. It's about connecting with yourself, turning inward. All the answers are within, and answers come within the silence as well. The next card is surrender stubbornness. This is all ego. This part anyway. So yeah, you need to surrender being stubborn. If you're wrong in a situation, own that. And what I've noticed recently as well, in the collective, it's becoming very more dominant of people not owning their shit. So like I was saying, I was speaking to a friend yesterday, where you're going to start beginning to notice the split between the dimensions, third dimension and the fourth and fifth dimension. The fifth dimension, people are going to like more owning their shit and trying to work through their problems and knowing where needs healing and what areas of their life needs work on. And then in the third dimension, you're going to have people that are basically not owning their shit, blaming other people, being stubborn, being defensive, and like I was saying, they're going to be feeling a lot of pressure, and it's going to start getting very uncomfortable for them. And then people in the third dimension anyway, as long as you're owning your shit and saying I'm at fault with something, like it's all cool being stubborn. In certain situations you can be stubborn, like standing your ground. If you have a certain belief or if something doesn't resonate with you, that's fine, but don't let the stubbornness get in the way of your growth. Like if like being forgiving, if someone's done wrong and they've apologized, forgive them. Don't be stubborn. Oh no, I'm not talking to them ever again, because that's only hurting you. Yeah. And that's all ego. That's all ego. Where we're going, we don't need the ego. The ego's got us this far in our journey, and with the defense mechanisms and all that stuff, the protection. But where we're going, we don't actually need that. It's time to let go of all that, all the defense mechanisms. Yes, you still need to use your discernment, because not everyone's out has your best interest at heart. But yeah, you're being called to surrender to stubbornness, man. And I know about that because I'm a Capricorn. And then the next card is surrender to divine timing. So everything works in divine timing. If you've wanted certain things, just maybe not have been the right timing. Yeah, some of these are from England as well, because it's got the Big Ben on the thing. Some of you are doing a lot of shadow work as well. Some of you are really connected to the moon. But yeah, it may be things will work out in divine timing. Don't try to force things to happen. If something's meant for you, it will come when it's meant for you. Don't try to force things into place. It may be a good time to start a new project or start a new adventure, is what I'm getting for that as well. So yeah, and sometimes the ego wants things to happen now, as I know. Patience is the key, yeah, got it tattooed on my hand. The ego wants things to happen right now, but everything happens in divine timing. When you are ready for it, the universe will deliver, yeah? So be patient as well, guys. But so if you've been waiting on a certain thing, something, job, partner, something to manifest, a letter, whatever, I don't know what it is, but it will be delivered and it will arrive in the perfect time. And then the next card is surrender denial. So some of you may be lying to yourself about a certain situation. Just be honest with yourself about certain things. Don't lie to yourself. Say for instance you're in a relationship and the relationship isn't working with you, and you see fault in your partner. Don't deny that. Don't deny that. Be open and say, okay, they're the red flags. This isn't working for me, and then take steps to then move forward in that, whether you want to end the relationship or talk about how you're feeling and see if you can work through things, or working in a job that no longer serves you. Don't deny yourself. Oh yeah, don't be in denial. Oh, I need this, da, 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 da. Be honest with yourself and say, look, yeah, this job isn't actually working for me. Be honest with yourself. Being in denial is basically lying to yourself, saying, oh yeah, this can work, when it really ain't gonna work. So yeah, be honest with yourself. And being being in denial is not seeing a situation for what it truly is. Some of you may be in a love situation and be like blinded by love, but that's not always a good, like, it's a tricky one, man. Yeah, it's a tricky one. But yeah, some of you are being blinded by love. So you may be, I don't know, if someone's got some good pipe or something, like you may just be like love struck by the pipe work and that, when man's got hella red flags going on and shit. So yeah, take off the blindfold, see clearly, but be honest with yourself. Don't be try not to be in denial. If you are grieving, denial is a normal part of the grieving process, just so that you guys know. There's 5 stages of grief, so you may be working with the denial at this time as well. And then the last card is surrender low self-esteem. Yeah, some of you've got low self-esteem, and some of you need to work with your solar plexus chakra to balance out your confidence and self-esteem. I think self-esteem is how you feel about yourself, and confidence is how you present yourself to the world, if I'm correct. So if you've got low self-esteem, poor self-image, yeah, just work on self-love, man. Loving yourself. Try to make peace with the aspects of self that you don't like. So if you don't like your hair, if you don't like your nose or your chin, or I don't know, your shoulders or something, just start looking in the mirror and saying, yeah, I love this, I like that part of me, because it's you got it's unique to you. There's no one else out there with what you've got, you know. And everyone else is trying to look like everyone else, getting plastic surgery, getting lips done and shit, and they're all starting to look like the same person. Yeah, like all the celebrities getting their lips done, coming out like this and shit. And it's like, dude, you're authentic, man. Like, be authentic, be genuine. No one's got your lips. You may not like your lips, but make peace with not liking your lips. You may not like your height, your weight. Make peace with that, because what you resist persists. So if you're trying to lose weight and you say, no, I'm fat, I'm trying to lose weight, and you're running and going gym, the weight will actually stay on. Well, this is talking from personal experience. When I made peace with my weight, I've dropped the weight. Like, it's like, all right, cool. Like, I ain't, like, this is, like, I accept, like, how I am, and the weight just fell off. Literally, I was losing, when I started making peace with my weight and how I looked and things I didn't like, everything fell off. So I was like, alright, so I've been fighting against something, and then when I've actually accepted it and allowed things to flow, and just to be present and just be, like, sit with it, like it just fell off. Like, you know. And even if you're trying to fight that addiction, some of you may be drinking alcohol to give you a full sense of confidence as well, is what I'm getting. So you may be, oh yeah, drinking alcohol to go out with your friends, and you're just drinking to kind of give you a full sense of confidence if you feel like you can't approach somebody, if that makes sense. Yeah, I'll have a drink and then I can talk to a guy or a girl, and it's like, dude, like, learn to do that without the substances. Yeah. But yeah, just work. Some of you may need to work, like I was saying, try work with citrine crystal or yellow crystals to help stimulate your solar plexus chakra. And the solar plexus chakra is our main powerhouse in this lifetime. So some of you may need to do some cord cutting, because energy cords get attached to the solar plexus chakra as well. And the more energy cords you have, the more energy you're going to be wasting. and some of you may have energy cords to people that no longer are in your life at this time. But yeah, that's your reading, guys. So there's not quite a lot to surrender, but there are things, just some advice and things may be experiencing at this time that you need to work on to then progress forward anyway. But if you like the reading, like, share, subscribe, don't be shy, and hit that little bell thingy as well. And if any of you are interested in a personal reading, I'm going to put my information in the drop down menu and at the end of every video as well. But peace, love and light, tribe, and I hope everyone has a great Friday high day. Peace out.